Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will lose ourselves in Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood, published in 2003, is the first book in the MaddAddam Trilogy. It sets the stage for a dystopian world shaped by genetic engineering, environmental collapse, and corporate greed. The trilogy, which also includes The Year of the Flood, 2009, and MaddAddam, 2013, explores overlapping narratives of survivors, environmental activists, and genetically engineered beings as they navigate the aftermath of a biotech apocalypse. Together, the books weave a compelling tale of humanity's resilience, hubris, and the thin line between destruction and redemption. Plot summary: Snowman wakes in a tree, shielding himself from the scorching sun and hostile predators. The ruins of the old world stretch around him, a chaotic jumble of rusted structures, overgrown vegetation, and the remnants of human ambition. Once known as Jimmy, he now roams the desolate landscape, clothed in rags, haunted by memories of a lost civilization and his own role in its demise. Snowman tends to a group of humanoid beings, the Crakers, who look to him for guidance. They are innocently perfect, the creation of his childhood friend, Crake. As Snowman scavenges for survival, fragments of the past flood his mind, revealing the path to humanity's destruction. In the days before the collapse, Jimmy lived in a world dominated by sprawling biotech corporations that shaped humanity's future. Society was starkly divided. Elite scientists lived in fortified compounds, while the less fortunate toiled in chaotic and lawless cities, known as the plebeians. Jimmy's father was a researcher at Organ Inc. Farms, a company engineering genetically modified animals like pigoons, designed to grow human organs for transplants. His mother, once a scientist, grew disillusioned with the ethical compromises of genetic engineering. Her despair strained their home, and eventually, she fled, leaving behind a young Jimmy with unanswered questions and a deepening sense of abandonment. Jimmy's friendship with Crake began in their youth, forged over video games, casual cruelty, and a shared fascination with humanity's darker impulses. Crake, a genius, approached life with a clinical detachment, masking his emotions with an impenetrable veneer of logic. Their games often explored simulated destruction, laying the groundwork for Crake's grim fascination with controlling life itself. Meanwhile, Jimmy was more emotional and adrift, drawn to words rather than numbers, struggling to find meaning in a world that valued scientific precision over creativity. As they grew older, Crake's brilliance led him to the prestigious Watson Crick Institute, a breeding ground for scientific prodigies, while Jimmy, less academically inclined, attended a second-rate institution focusing on advertising and media. Their paths diverged, but their connection remained intact. Crake eventually invited Jimmy to join him at the Paradis Project, a top-secret venture within the massive biotech corporation Rejuvenescence. There, Crake unveiled his vision, a genetically engineered species designed to replace humanity. The Crakers, as they were called, were meticulously crafted to embody Crake's ideals. They were free of aggression, jealousy, and the destructive tendencies that had plagued humanity. Their biological needs were simplified, designed to harmonize with the natural world rather than exploit it. Crake viewed his creation as the pinnacle of evolution, a way to cleanse the planet of humanity's parasitic presence. Jimmy was tasked with creating a mythos for the Crakers, introducing concepts they could understand while obscuring the truth of their origins. In Paradis, Jimmy met Oryx, a woman whose enigmatic presence captivated both him and Crake. Oryx's past was marked by exploitation, sold into child trafficking, and forced to endure unimaginable suffering. Yet, she carried herself with an unshakable calm, her resilience a testament to her strength. She became a teacher for the Crakers, guiding them with a gentle touch that contrasted with Crake's cold precision. Jimmy fell in love with Oryx, though her relationship with Crake complicated their tangled dynamic. Unbeknownst to Jimmy, Crake's ambitions extended far beyond the Crakers. Using a supposedly harmless health supplement called Bliss Plus, Crake engineered a pandemic, a devastating plague that swept across the globe with brutal efficiency. As the world succumbed to chaos, Crake ensured that the Crakers, immune to the disease, remained safe within Paradis. When Crake returned to the facility amidst the unfolding apocalypse, he forced Jimmy to confront a horrifying reality. In a final, calculated act, Crake slit Oryx's throat and presented himself as a target for Jimmy's gun. Stunned and enraged, Jimmy shot Crake, unwittingly assuming the role of protector for the Crakers. Alone in a ravaged world, Jimmy, now Snowman, led the Crakers out of Paradis, guiding them to a coastal refuge. He fabricated stories to explain the past, positioning Crake as a godlike figure and himself as their intermediary. The Crakers, with their childlike innocence and unwavering trust, became Snowman's burden and only companions. Yet, his memories of Oryx and Crake continue to haunt him, their voices intermingling with his guilt and loneliness. As Snowman ventures farther from the Crakers to scavenge supplies, he discovers signs of other survivors. These glimpses of human life stir a fragile hope within him, but also heighten his anxiety about the Crakers' safety. Snowman's journey brings him back to the ruins of Paradis, where the echoes of his past reverberate through the wreckage. There, surrounded by the detritus of Crake's ambition, he faces the stark reality of his choices and the fragile hope of a future in the shadow of devastation. The tale concludes with Snowman contemplating the uncharted path ahead. The presence of other humans presents both danger and possibility, a faint flicker of the old world amidst the relentless march of the new. As he returns to the Crakers, the weight of his responsibility remains, and the delicate balance between survival and meaning endures in the aftermath of human hubris. Hope you had fun. If you're hooked, don't stop now. Continue with the rest of MaddAddam series by Margaret Atwood. You'll find them below or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Margaret Atwood's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.